Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? I've never used StreamYard before, so this is my first experience. Great. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, there's so many great people here. Hello. Everybody network, everybody say hello to each other. That's what we're here to do. Ah, thanks, Micah. I'm glad you're here. Your channel is like on fire. I'm sorry, but every time I check out your channel, I see your numbers keep increasing. You just need to do Q&As like every week from now on. Alexandra, I'm so glad to see you. How are you, girl? Hey, Ollie. Hi, Mark. Okay, we're still early, so I am just going to mess around with some settings here. I'll start popping up some comments. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. There's Alexandra makes the best cinematic booktube videos, y'all. If you do not follow her or check out her channel, please, 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 please go. She is an experience. There's Mark. Hey, Mark. Mark, I love your lives with Sean. I'm like addicted when I'm at work. And we know Micah. Hey, Micah. And there's my book buddy, Ollie. There's Caitlin. Hey, Pax. So glad. Pax, you're short yesterday. Woo! You got some views, girl. That was amazing. Your dog is so cute. I know, Alexander. Everybody's in the same way. Everybody's crunched for time, trying to get stuff out. But when you post, it's amazing, just so you know. Thanks. I picked him up at the market today. You're sweet too. Thank you. Thanks, Mark. Keep doing them. Don't stop, because people are getting addicted. The same people show up every week. I know, it was so good. Okay. Well, it's still not 10. So what's everybody doing today? How's your Saturday going so far? Are you reading? Are you getting chores done? Are you just hanging out? Are there events going on in your area? What's happening? What's happening? It's holiday weekend in the States, so it's kind of low key though. There's not much happening in my area. There were some fireworks last night, but that's about it. Eliza, I loved your video yesterday. That was it yesterday or the day before? It was amazing. Really good. Guys, make sure you check out Eliza's channel. She is a mom. She's a doctor. She's juggling a lot, and she reads like awesome stuff. Working a 12-hour shift. God love you. Ollie's reading. Shocker. Mark is reading. Oh yeah, you have a live coming up this afternoon, right? Micah, it's been great. Lots of reading and working on a few reviews, getting your blog back up and running for book review. Nice. Good job. Pax is doing groceries. Yeah, I did that today. It's raining. It's nice here so far. It's supposed to be like 86. I don't know. We'll see. Alexandra's writing, editing, reading. Perfect. No, it's no joke. It was amazing. Your background, your bookshelves, and your books is like perfect. Love it. Michael Romeo talks books. Hello. Hello, John Mooney. Hey, awesome. Good to see you, girl. Hey, Greg. West Coast, waking up, having your coffee and your breakfast. Amazing stuff. It's so good to see all of you. I'm happy to be doing this. So do you think this is going to be working out so far? Last week, we really just had like a test run. We had a lot of fun. We got a lot of networking going. But we did put out some good info. So let me know, do you think this is going to be beneficial for all the smaller booktubers and even the bigger booktubers to come in and chime in and help the smaller ones out? Hey, Tara Talks Books. How are you? Danny Dabbles. Hello there. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that, guys. Micah, everybody's saying hello to each other. It really is like a group hug, man. Ollie says, for sure. Ollie, your channel just doesn't stop growing. Yeah, great. Thanks, Eliza. That's what we're here for. John Mooney, have you read Edgar Allan Poe Gothic Stories, MJ? I have a whole book of Poe that I usually hit every October. So I have read Poe in the past. I'll probably commit to reading some in October. Oh, thanks, Alexandra. I'm trying. This is just, this is fun for me. I love it. Hugs back, Ollie. Thank you, Michael. People love trash. People just love that you like upload every single day. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So it's after 10. So let's talk about, for people that are just starting out, for people that are not seeing a lot of growth on the weekly, what has gone well with your channel so far? I mean, that's a lot I just said, but what do you think is working? Or if you want to throw in, what do you think you need advice on? Because there are bigger booktubers here that can, help you out. give you, little drops of wisdom. So this is a perfect opportunity, to chime in to ask those questions. Good morning, Courtney. Courtney is amazing. Check out her channel. And she says, morning to all others as well. I hear keyboards clicking, keyboards clicking. Hey, Jess, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's here. We're going to use him. Hello, Maxine. How are you? Oh, John Mooney, you're hitting me with hard questions today. If I wrote a novel, what genre would I write about? It would be horror. Absolute horror. Enter the Book says, I know more content helps, but I wondered if choosing same day, same time helps, or if that doesn't matter and should I change it up? I will chime in and say people like routines, people like schedules. So if you commit to certain days of the week, I would stick to those. Look at your analytics and see when your people are coming online that are viewing your material and go with that as a guide. My analytics tell me that people are most active watching my material between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. So I try and upload like at 6 to get those few. Sometimes I'll do a midnight just in case it's like, September 1st or something like that. But I think sticking to a schedule at least like 50 to 75% of the time is awesome. And when you throw in extra videos, that helps too. Okay, I gotta go back in time. Maria from Romania checking in. Tangible Read says, I think just being personable. I agree. You need to be your authentic self when you're doing BookTube because people can see through BS. That's just my 2 cents. Maxine's got a day off. Enjoy your day off, and you are reading Nettle and Bone today. That is amazing. I'm not sure what Nettle and Bone is. That fantasy? So anybody want to chime in and help Kristen regarding same day? Do you find in your experience that uploading on the same day works better than not? Hey, William, how are you? No, and you can always go back in time with the replay. Ollie says, definitely think having a regular upload schedule works. The algorithm likes it, apparently. Yes, I agree. PAX uses analytics as well as for posting. Micah says, I need to get better at using my analytics. I still really don't know how to use them. Well, the analytics are working for you, Micah, just so you know. Micah also says that scheduled posting helps. Yes. Okay, another question. Do you find that lives help or are pre-recorded videos better? I will share a little secret with you. It's not a secret, but when you do lives, depending on how many people show up, that chimes into all of your minutes/hours watched. So I did a 50-minute live last week, and because of that and the people that were there, I got 15 hours of watch time. Like, that's crazy. So absolutely, lives are becoming a standard weekly thing for me because I love communicating with everyone. I love this community aspect, but it also helps with watch time too. So it's kind of a win-win. So even if it's something like this, if you're going to do reading sprints, if you're going to do any type of a hangout, I say just stick your neck out and try it. That's all you can do. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does. I mean, you know, if one person shows up to chit chat with you, so what? You got one person. All right, let me catch up with the comments. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see what people are reading, then we'll get back. Jess wants to know what everyone's reading. She's reading You. Jess, I'm telling you, that book, I need to take a shower after reading that book. Nettle and Bone was good as a short fantasy. Okay. Micah is doing his biography with his history. I admire that, Micah. That would put me right to sleep. I'm sorry. Danny, what are your go-to events you participate within the community? I feel a little overwhelmed with all the options. I need to focus on a few things to get involved. Focus on what you are interested in. Number one, don't participate just to participate because then it's not going to work for you. Find a genre, find an activity, find some type of a BookTube community. There are a ton of things that are coming out for October. In September, there's Shorty September, which is really accessible because I think it's short books under 200 pages. Shorty September, there's Dicktember, which is private detective fiction. Shout out if anybody knows what other events are going on. There's Autumn Amour, that is romance reading. That's held by the Bookish Bryants are putting that one up. So there are a ton. I said to Crystal over at Fiber Artsy, I said, you should just make a video every month with all the BookTube events because there's so many. And it's like, sometimes they pop up and you're already committed to so many other events. You don't know if you should continue or not. Okay. Alexander says, how much of a niche is too much? I sometimes feel like I'm impossible to find, if that makes sense. Do you guys choose some topics just for their popularity? I'd say I keep with the standard, you know, which is what I'm going to read, what I read. Here's a review. This is what I got in the mail. This is what I got when I went out shopping, and support small booktube. So I kind of stick with that. You know, tags, of course, are hugely popular. That helps a lot. I think you can niche down, but there's people that like a tight niche. You know, BookTube is niche in and of itself, and then you can niche down by genres. You have a whole other aspect because you have the cinematography down. So your channel is unique in and of itself, in my opinion. But I just think that that type of video quality takes a lot of time and effort. So you're going to get a better quality video, but we're not going to get as many. Correct me if I'm wrong in saying that. And guys, chime in the comments. Chime in. I'm so far behind in the comments. I'm like 5 minutes behind. Okay. JR. Hello, JR. He says, I don't have a specific day that I upload because of my work, but I tend to do at 8 a.m. Eastern. Shorts are a whole different thing. Ollie's never done a live, we know. Yard of Random Books. Hello. Kind of thought more sensible times would be crowded with uploads, but maybe that doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but if you want to see where your analytics are, you know, you just have to go with them because that's when people are watching your material. Maria's reading Jane Eyre, a good one. On the niche topic, it's super important to niche super specific. I read almost every genre because of what I read I enjoy, but sometimes I feel like maybe I'm too broad. No, you're not too broad at all. People like that. People like variety. You know, I go from classics to trash. So I mean, there's a whole there. That's a broad sector. I just think you need to be true to what you like. That's what people want. People want to know, what is Bandy's books about? What is she reading? You don't have to stay within a niche. Absolutely not. Ollie says he thinks it's important to have a niche to differentiate yourself from everyone else, but it's also worth doing some videos with broader appeal. I agree. Michael Romeo says Victober. And I know there's a, is it Shakestember? There's a Shakespeare September too. God, there's so many. There's Jillian from Novel Opinions. She had a great video last week or 2 weeks ago with a library trip and a Poe exhibition. So check it out. Poe and Lovecraft, I think. Series September. Series September? I didn't even hear about Series September. Oh my goodness.
I didn't get that.
Oh, sorry. Hello, Alan. How are you? Kristen says, I read wildly different books, so I just decided that's my niche, one of many things, and yes, agree what is true to us is best. I 100% agree with that. Pack says she, oh, really? All right, hold on. Some large machinery starting across the street. Okay, Pack says she watches for the person, not the book per se. Yeah, I agree, because once you start getting familiar with the booktuber, it's like hanging out with a friend, right? Micah says he does the same thing. Eliza said, oh, Jess mentioned that she was reading, here we go. Last night I bought Michelle Zauner's Crying in H. Has everyone read it? If so, what did you think? Eliza said she's read it. But prepare those tissues. Oh, gosh. Ellen, you're always working somewhere. You're never home. John Mooney, have I read John Grisham legal thrillers? No, legal thrillers aren't really my vibe. Novel Opinion says, I'm with you, Kristen. I'm all over the place with what I read, but it is what it is. I figure as long as it's book related, I'm good. Absolutely. Pack says, Mike, I've learned a ton from you with your historical stuff. I know, right? I still can't read it, though. Yeah, Alan, you do. You read pretty widely. And you're reading Liar Mouth now. Oh, God bless you. That was a fun one. Hello, Flossie. How are you? Everybody, make sure you check out each other's channel. Make sure you support each other. It's all good stuff. Hello there. Williams to Williams Library. Okay. Subscriber from Europe. She find it interesting that politics and religion are often avoided. I don't understand that because these are important topics to talk about. They are important topics to talk about. I'm just going to chime in here, but sometimes they're a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? Risky, maybe? You know, you don't want to insult someone. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You don't want to come off as, you know, being dismissive about something. So sometimes those topics, there's other topics for, there's other channels for those type of topics, in my opinion. But that's just me. Does the @ in the description appear as a link on a computer? It does appear on a smartphone. Yes. Yeah, it should appear as a hyperlink. I've done that from my phone. Mike's saying hello. Michael Romeo says hello. Flossie's reading it for the first time. Yes, she is. That's a chunk. Hello, Sean. How are you? J. Scott Phillips. Any tips on creating new book tags? No, just be creative. Be creative. Be catchy. Make people think a little, not too much. Sometimes the simpler ones are the best ones. Get inspired by something. Like I totally took Ollie's perfect book video and I turned it into a tag because those things are interesting to me. And I thought if they're interesting to him and they're interesting to me, they're interesting to everyone else. And it's been really cool seeing what people think about it, seeing what their responses are. So I say just be creative, type it up, let it sit for a while, go back to it and see what happens. JR says, I try to post at least a couple books a month and not everyone on BookTube is doing. Correct. And your tip is to make sure for everyone out there, when you are naming a book, when you are talking about a book, that you include the book and the author in the description box because of SEO, because of search engine optimization. If someone is looking for that book, that might pop up in their Google feed for your video. Okay, so always make sure that if you're doing a haul, if you're doing a review, if you're doing a TBR, if you're doing whatever, that you list and name every single book that you're going to talk about. JR says, I'm going to be subscribing to a lot of channels today. Yes, good, good, good. I think I'm subscribed to all of you. For anyone that is bilingual, do you ever do books in your secondary language? If you review a book in your second language, do you review in that language? I don't know if Maria is still here. I don't know if Alexandra is still here. If anyone can answer that question, that would be fantastic. I've seen some booktubers talk about it. I think Anna Novella talked about it last week. I don't know if Anna's here. But she talked about doing videos in Dutch, I believe. But I believe she found more views with the videos being done in English. There's some new channels that sign up for BookTube when I go in and say hello and give them a welcome. And I can't, I want to like talk to them, but I can't because there's a language barrier. Bye, Jillian. It was great seeing you. Okay. John Mooney, do I have more ebooks than physical? No, because most of my ebooks are from the library or from now I have Kindle Unlimited for a couple months. And I think I've only purchased like 1 or 2 ebooks in my life, along with graphic novels. I was on a graphic novel kick for a while there, but no, absolute physical books. I don't hold on to ebooks at all. I use library for that. Support your local library, everyone. Greg occasionally talks politics, but rarely it helps. Good advice, Greg. Everyone saying hello and goodbye. Pennywise. Yes, it's Pennywise season. Bandy's book says, I think politics are appropriate if the book is political or has a strong political themes. Yes. I would also say that sometimes we have to keep our opinions objective. And once you get into the personal stuff, it could get a little dicey. Kid Von reads, I can tell you why politics and religion are avoided. It loses you viewers. I lost 5 subs after posting a blog about how women in translation helped me chill out after dealing with a violent stalker. That's terrible. It's terrible that you had a violent stalker. It's terrible that you lost subs. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you are safe. Micah says, hello, Sean. Alexandra says to Bandy, you read in 5 languages? Whoa. You're amazing, girl. But my reviews are always in English. Sometimes I include quotes in original and translation. Amazing, 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 amazing. I wish I could read in more than 1 language. Oh, here's a newbie question. How do I subscribe to all the people here? I click on your names and I don't get anywhere. I would say just scribble their name down, or you could watch the replay and then go and subscribe, or close this tab a little bit and open up another tab for YouTube and then just go in and sub that way. Yeah, I'm in StreamYard for the first time, so I'm still trying to learn it all. Hey, Jack, how are you? All right, let me catch up with the chat here. Good to see you, Jack. Everybody check out Jack's channel. Tara Talks Books. What editing software do people use? Let me pull it up on my phone. I use LumaVision, LumaFusion, LumaFusion. And the reason I use it is because I heard great reviews on it. I think you get a 30-day trial, and then you can purchase it. I think it's really cheap, like $29, but for the rest of your life. There are never any upgrades that you have to buy. The software will upgrade on its own. It's for iPad, iPhone. I think they have an Android too, but I have to edit off on my phone. I can't edit on my Mac, and I'm okay with that. Everybody chime in and let her know what you use. That could be helpful. Alan says original tags are easy, just no one else has ever done. Yeah. Thanks for tagging me in that new one. That new one seems kind of fun. Micah says at Eliza, I think you might have to just type the names into YouTube directly. Yeah, probably the best way. Courtney says, yes, you have to find them individually. Alexander uses DaVinci Resolve. That sounds fancy. Okay. Let me go back in the comments, y'all. Okay. Pax has found Spanish language reviews, and as a person who is trying to learn the language, I wish more people would. They are very helpful for learning. I agree. I just can't. I'm teaching myself French over the past few years, and I can't. They talk so fast. I can't keep up, but I try. Bitter Almond says, I read some books in Spanish by Spanish and by Latin American authors. That's amazing. Jack says, video reviews often do better long-term, if not initially, than TBRs, wrap-ups, etc., which do better first and tail off. Correct. I agree. Maria at Read Fine Book says, I only review what is already translated in English for now, and the interest is 0, sadly. However, my second language is Romanian, so not so popular. Bitter Almonds likes political theory books. Bandy's books she reads primarily in Spanish and English. Oh, well, thank goodness. Okay. But still, you know, that's not cool in my book. As long as everybody's safe. Do it. Absolutely do it. There's no harm in there's more harm in not doing it than sticking your neck out and trying to do it. That's what I say. So cool. Sean is good. He's trying to catch up on what's being talked about. There's a lot of chat. You got it, girl. JR has been typing the names in the last 5 minutes to sub, lol. Greg says, sometimes I lose subscribers on videos that have no political or religious content, like poetry. See, when I did poetry, I only did poetry like 1 or 2 times, but when I did, I got a bunch of new people. Not a bunch. I'd say maybe like 5 or 6. Jess is just tried to type in their screen names. Correct. Yes, Micah, I agree. It is a lot to catch up on. Alexander says, yes, Bandy, go for it. Can't wait to see your Spanish video. Ollie uses iMovie. Alan says, MJ, StreamYard wasn't available on my Play Store for Android. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's just that's like a web thing. So that would be, I guess it would be like computer based, maybe. Yeah, because this live is from my computer, not from my phone like last week. Uh-oh, little humans are coming out of their rooms in 3 minutes, so I got to run. All right, girl. That's Talia over at Bandana Book Mom. Check out her channel. She's got a lot of mom stuff going on, but she will be back. Micah's got to run. Peace out, Micah. Howard Zinn's history books can be a bit political, but I find them to be good. Hey, Sir Book Sage. It's nice to see you. I have to watch your recent review. I've only seen episode 1, though, of the LOTR series. It says, Tarot Talk Books, I used to use Filmora, but switched to the free version of DaVinci Resolve as I like editing workflow in it much better. Jess uses iPhone. Eliza uses Final Cut Pro because my friend who already had a YouTube recommended it. I honestly don't use it to its full potential, though. I don't think any of us do. There's so many different things that you can do. Micah just goes 1 cut, 1 take. That's it. J. Scott Phillips uses iMovie for editing. Pretty simple. Michael Romeo uses You Cut It. John Mooney, it's been great chatting with you too. Eliza says, I use my iPhone to film too, but I'm hoping hubby will find an upgrade for me this Black Friday. I've been dropping hints. Good for you. Some of those cameras, though, whew, they are pricey. Williams Library. Good to know hyperlinks appear also on the computer. I am so much closer to making my shout-out video. Good for you. Sir Book Sage, DaVinci Resolve is probably overkill since my editing is mostly me deleting out a bunch of pauses and ums, but I find its editing features really quick and smooth. If I edited out all of my ums, I would not have a channel right now. JR is reading Cradle at the moment. My horror book of the month is The Rising. Tara says, thanks for all the editing software information. I will look into them. Alan says, I hear you. Yes, StreamYard is through the web browsers, through the World Wide Webs, the internets. Gareth is here. Hello, Gareth. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. No app for StreamYard as far as I know. It's just web-based for now. It's pretty simple to use. I've never used it before, and I think it's going okay. Like I'm trying to make sure everything flows. I'm hoping on the replay the comments show up, you know, all that good stuff. Pax says hello, Gareth. Jess says everyone loses subscribers. It's like a yo-yo that goes up and down. Don't give up. Keep posting. That's all you have to do. One person watches your stuff. That's amazing. And that's why you do it. Even if you just watch your stuff back. You make a video, people will come watch it. Sean says, if one doesn't get personal and always avoid sensitive topics, it can be so bland. Just do not attack people that follow, believe in this or that. You can attack the facts if someone takes it. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. But nobody wants to hear my political views, and nobody wants to hear my religious views. That's for sure. Alan says, word. Personal, then that's their problem. Life's too short to worry about that. That's what I say. JR's one-take person too. I'm trying. I really am trying, but sometimes you just have those moments where it all blows up and you have no idea what's going on. Says, good point. Sean says, I never knew there were character limits in live comments. You learned something today, Sean. What's the character limit? Bandy's Books uses Adobe Premiere Rush. Greg is a one-take too. As a retired programmer, I want to avoid learning more software. Yes, I can see where you would want to avoid that. All right, Michael Romeo, talk to you later. Ollie says, hey, Gareth. I only watched first episode of Rings last night, but do you have theory on the Meteor Man? I am enjoying it. Talk to you later, Alan. Gareth uses his iPad to film and edit in either iMovie or the old Windows Movie Maker. Old Windows Movie Maker. Oh, geez, that sounds old. If it's got my theme on it, it was done on my Movie Maker. Okay. Hey, Chatty. Excited to be here. No idea how long, but looks like lots of chat is happening, which is awesome. Yes, you can always go back and look at the chat. You like my views on kayaks. Thank you. Hopefully I'll get out this weekend. Jack says, I was taking a break from all my house moving stuff inside this, so hopped on. Such a useful chat. Can't keep up with the text chat, sadly, as I'm unpacking stuff, so I will read it all later. Bye. Take it easy, Jack. Jess has to go. Have a great Labor Day, Jess. Keep reading good stuff. Jack thinks the Meteor Man is a wizard. Alexander, it's been awesome to see you. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Look forward to seeing more of your stuff. All right. Chatty says, I have definitely found I can upload more from just doing one shot, no editing, but I would love to edit again. Yeah, your one-shot videos are pretty cool, though. When I become overwhelmed by the amount of videos to watch, I unsubscribe to those I haven't watched for a long time whenever they pop up. It has nothing to do with the specific video. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. There is a lot to go through, but you know, don't subscribe to any of us. Don't unsubscribe to any of us. Seems have to go survive Jack XI. Yeah. She says, bye. I lost 4 subscribers when I made a video. I suggested I may write down my revenge fantasy as a slasher novel. Well, they just don't like horror. That's all. Thriller. You can't please everyone. The correct YouTuber answer is, I have a Meteor Man theories in my video, so go watch. Yes, that is the correct answer. Definitely Maya, most likely one of their, oh geez. I am just starting with the Cimmerillion, so I don't know all of these fancy names yet. Chatty says, yes, Movie Maker. That is what I use, but my laptop is Windows 2007. Thank you. Okay, Jack, watch the replay. Get caught up. She also thinks the Meteor Man is a wizard, not Gandalf, though. Okay. Wow, did we catch up? Did we catch up with all the chat? I think I'm all caught up. Whoa. Okay, what are your favorite videos to make? Always looking for video ideas. I like hauls. I like hauls because I get excited when I get new books in the mail, or if I go shopping, or I hit an estate sale or something like that. I simply love it. So my excitement translates over, I think. Especially when I found those maps in the Silmarillion when I was going through my September TBR, and I'm like, whoa, there's maps in here. I just love it. And reading the blurbs from the back of the books is so helpful. I get so many comments from people saying that, oh my gosh, I'm going to pick up that book. That book sounds amazing. Thank you so much. So those are always really, really fun to make. The other ones I like, and I don't do as often, are the vlogs, because you see a little bit more of my life and my personality. But sometimes like I'll be doing something and I'll be like, oh, I should have vlogged that. Anyone else want to chime in and answer Danny Dabble's question? Garrett says, I feel lucky I could still use it because I think it's good. Hey, if it's good and it's not, you know, don't reinvent the wheel. Although he likes that iMovie lets me put in pictures as cutaways. I know it's so good. Tried new one on someone else's laptop and it was rubbish. So sad. I do envy you. So what about video ideas? Let's help out Danny. What do you guys like making? What are your favorites to film? How's that? You do have good book hauls, Sally. You do. But I do miss that I got another box down from the attic. I miss those. Tangible Reads. Courtney's got to go. Nice chatting. Thanks for stopping by, Courtney. Courtney and I are going to be doing a live for, I don't have the book here, do I? Yes. We're going to be doing a live reviewing my best friend's Exorcism coming up in September, so stay tuned. Let's see. William says, I like book reviews because that's the point of BookTube. Every else is fun supplements. Yeah, I agree. Chatty loves doing tags and TBRs and has enjoyed doing a vote for a book for me to take on a trip. Cool. I think for video ideas, it's best to go with your gut, what you want to share. Sometimes it can feel a bit random. Yeah, I agree. Always go with your instinct. Book hauls are my favorite. Pax likes a little free library, and poetry videos are up there for me. Yeah. Ellie's laughing. Get more books down from your attic. Chatty loves getting comments from other people choosing what I should read. Yeah, that's amazing. Gareth says, don't be afraid to just talk. I'm learning that a bit. He says, Pax, your poetry and library videos are awesome. Ooh, she is a professional chef. So I do a segment called Recipe and Review where I cook a recipe inspired by food in a book. Yes, I've seen those. That's my favorite to shoot, but it takes a lot more work. I can only imagine, but I'm sure the payoff is better with views and subscribers. Because if you're a foodie and you like books, As Eliza likes doing book recommendation videos, I'm starting to do more, and it makes me think about books that I have in common, that have common similar themes and similarities. Yeah. She says, thank you. Tara, I want to try reviews of specific books, but always feel I am behind. Do you all think it matters? Behind in what way? Behind like the book isn't on trend anymore or something? Eliza says, book wrap-ups make me nervous because I'm like, do I remember anything I read? I know. And I'm starting to take notes now while I read, because it's really important that when I'm reading and something catches my eye, or, I want to get it down, I will make myself a note. Sometimes I'll do like one of those quick little videos. I'll put it on video in case I want to do a vlog. So that's really helpful. Especially when like you start a book in the beginning of the month and then you're doing your wrap up at the end of the month and you're like, oh. Greg says, what's the ideal length, short or long? I try to keep it under 20 minutes. Research varies on that. I think the standard right now is like between 12. I think 12 is supposed to be the magic number. But I mean, I'll watch Ollie's wrap-up video that's 27 minutes long, and I won't speed it up. I'll watch it at like just, regular playtime, but then I'll watch somebody else has a video that's, 3 minutes long or short. So it's kind of still, I think it's all over the place. But mine kind of go between, I'd say between 7 and 15 minutes on an average. But my ideal length, I say, is just do what you want to do. Yeah, Gareth was told 20 minutes, but they can overrun. And please don't watch my stuff sped up, guys. I can't even imagine what that sounds and looks like. I haven't made many of them, but I love niche recommendation videos. Whatever you read a lot, pick 5 to 10 of the best and recommend them. I did Queer World, and it is my first video, and it did well. That's amazing. William also likes to make videos comparing 2 books that share many themes. Yeah. Ollie is trying to keep under 10 minutes as much as possible. Not with your wrap-ups, dude. I've actually found my longer videos do better than shorter ones. I can see that. Some people like to sit down with a friend. Do you know what I mean? Some people just like to have that familiar voice, that familiar face. It's like watching a television show. I think that's why the little Sunday series took off, because it was, they know it's coming on Sunday. They know the routine. They know what's going to happen. And it really is kind of just like getting together with friends. There's something about it. Maria says, I love talking in depth of a certain detail in a book, like why did Dorothea marry Casaubon in Middlemarch? Not out yet. Okay. I think, Greg, are you going to read Middlemarch this next month? I saw something about that. Chatty says, I wish I could go 20 minutes. And she does. Longest BookTube newbie video ever. It's in 2 parts. I will always remember that, Chatty. It's a 2-part BookTube newbie video. Kate Vaughn says, yes, I started a series I call Book Pairings. I match books that don't seem very similar except in one way, usually the theme as well. Nice. Pax has found reviews have naturally gotten shorter as I get better at saying stuff in a semi-coherent way. Yes, that's the key, is when we start streamlining the thoughts to the words. I definitely see that as well. Gareth says, it's bound to happen. Don't worry about it. I don't like getting hardbacks, so I will almost always be behind, so do them anyway. I agree that you get a better flow as you're more relaxed as you go on. Yes, 100%. Bandy also does the little free library road trips when she goes to cool places. She stops at the LFL on the way and brings books to donate. I found some awesome, really random little free libraries. Cool. I wish I have to shut this window. People decide to do like lawn work on a Saturday. Don't they know who they live next to? I made a video comparing Fatherland to 1984. J. Scott Phillips says, I think BookTube videos skew longer since readers may tend to have longer attention span and depth of interest. Greg says, I read so much in a month, I barely remember the books I read at the beginning. I know. Fabric and Fables. Hello, sorry so late. You're not late. You're right on time. Chatty says to Tara, everyone always reads whenever, and I always hunt for videos after I've had some books, so there will always be viewers. Correct. As long as YouTube is around, there's always going to be BookTube. As long as there's books around, there's always going to be BookTube. Oh, Eliza's kids are up, so she's got to go take care of them. It's been great chatting up. You are welcome. She tried subbing to many of you guys, but we'll circle back later. Awesome. Have a great day, Eliza. Hello, Fabric and Fables. All right, you got a jet too. See you later. There is a group read. I'm trying to keep it spooky in October, or else I join you. I picked up a Middlemarch copy at a library sale, but I'm gonna pass. I got to keep it spooky. I noticed the audience retention rate for videos when there are many views is only 30 seconds, or am I really that boring? I don't really look into that much. You know, the initial view is going to drop off after a certain amount of time, but in the long run, after your video has been on for a while, you'll see that number fluctuate. Don't take it personal. That's what I say. Maxine says, August went by so fast. I only had one upload. I feel I'm so behind. You're not behind. Fabric says, hey, Pax. Weekly updates or weekly vlogs. Anyone have a preference? Well, I don't know. I think a vlog for me is like a special occasion. I would probably go with weekly updates. Like if you're talking about what I read in a week, I would stick with that because people like to know. If you have enough subscribers to do the community tab, put a poll up and see what your subscribers say. I haven't read Fatherland, but it seems like quite the comparison. We'll have to check it out. Chatty says to William, not at all. People always skim and go. I get this a lot, but the more you post and grow, the more people like your vibe and find they will watch the whole video. But I relate. Yeah, definitely. Grape Jelly Library, any suggestions on note-taking, staying organized? I struggle with my methods, tablets, Post-its, etc. I actually have, do I have it here? I don't have it here. I have an insert for my planner that is for book reviews, and I use that. I also use, what's it called? It's an app, and I use this app. It's called Drafts, and I use it because I could make notes on my phone, and then they will be on my computer for later, and vice versa. If I make them on my computer, they'll translate over to my phone through the cloud. So that's really handy when you're in a jam and you want to write a note. Sometimes I'll do Siri and I'll tell it to open notes and, you know, put a note in there. So that helps a lot. If anybody has any suggestions, let Flossie know. Chatty says, not at all. Make what you can when you can, and people will watch. Absolutely. People watch my old stuff a lot, and I'm totally fine with that. I always check my subscribers list and see who is quiet for a while, then notice more when they post. Yeah. Ollie uses Drafts too. It's a great app. I agree. Hey, Dave and Olive, what's up? What's up? I'm waiting for my book. I think it's getting delivered today. I think so. My zombie book. Chatty says, the blue dot tells me I get excited when quiet people have a video out. Yeah. There are some quiet booktubers out there. I was kind of worried about them. I don't want to do a video on it, but Pax says, hi, Dave. Chatty or Maxine says, thank you. Dave says, awesome. Danny says, Grape Jelly Library. I use a reading journal. I like paper. I have questions I answer for my books, likes, dislikes, also note themes I notice or things I may want to rant about. Cool. Anybody else have any other tips? Any other tips for note-taking while reading? How do you remember everything that you read? Or are you in the same boat as Flossie? And Flossie, that Drafts is available on, it's free from the App Store. I don't know if it's an Android too, but definitely for Apple. Maria uses Notion for notes. Pax says, what is this organization you all speak of? Right? And Maria says, it's just perfect for organizing. Tara uses a reading journal and writes it down. Guys, this has been awesome. What other pertinent questions do you have? What other burning questions do you have that we want to talk about while we still have a great group here? Roy says, showing my age, but I use a Filofax. Can I just tell you, I was a Filofax girl in the 90s. I used to have that sucker with me all the time. That was good stuff. They still sell Filofax. Do you know that? Maxine takes short videos for notes, and I tab and annotate if there are important points I need to remember. Chatty writes notes when she does a wrap-up and often has to flip through a book for characters' names. Maria says, also my reading app allows highlights and sends them to my email so I can copy them in Notion and have them in one place. Maria, you are so organized. Ollie's laughing at the Filofax. Hey, just because we're old. Dave says, sounds like maybe I should use this Drafts. I'm disorganized like Pax. Drafts is cool. I mean, Drafts is great, and I've got 0 complaints about it so far, and I've been using it for maybe a month and a half, 2 months, maybe. Ollie says, I have to say, though, Roy, you look younger than you are. Roy says it's a high-tech one with a pocket for a floppy disk. That's awesome. Hi, I was wondering if it matters what day or time gets the most noticeable views. How useful are the shorts? For your specific group, hello, Ksenia. I don't know if I said hello to you. Go into your analytics, and you are going to find a tab, I think that says audience, and it's going to show in purple when your people come online to watch your material. So you would want to go somewhere in between one of those times. So I gave the example earlier. My time is between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. That's when most people are watching my stuff. And mostly because I have a lot of people over in Europe. But go with that as just a guide. I mean, there's no true answer. People are going to find your stuff, but if you want to get the most views as soon as you upload, um, try to look at that little metric in your analytics. And if you have questions, just let us know. Notes, what are those? I just pants it all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. Viva la chaos, Dave. Yeah. Gareth says, I'm always changing the schedule, but then I went mad this summer and have filmed tons of videos in advance. And there's nothing wrong with that because then you have all this free time on the back end. I want to say this. If you get a sponsor, please keep your sponsor talk at 60 seconds or less. I don't want to hear 5 minutes for Glasses USA. Well, I'm just going to say that sometimes if you are entering into a contract with a sponsor, Glasses USA may say, in order to get this paycheck, you need to speak for 5 minutes. So sometimes, you know, the business runs the show. Hey, what's going on? Oh, yes, completely agree, William. Can't stand the hour-long sponsor talk. Listen, if somebody wants to give me 50 grand to talk about books of the month, I will do whatever they want. I will talk for as long as they want, as long as I get that paycheck. Floppy disks, so excited by those as a kid. I know, now people use them as coasters. But keep checking that audience tab, especially early on, because it will evolve 100%. Yes. YouTube gets to know who your people are. Yeah, I don't see a lot of sponsors in our little corner of BookTube, like at all. Like maybe one or two. Any other burning questions? Let's do one more because we're at an hour. We're at 11. You guys are so awesome for hanging out. I'm having so much fun, and I think this really is beneficial to a lot of you. And it's just great seeing friends. Well, seeing friends. How about for the new people that popped in? Any questions that you have? Any burning questions about being a small booktuber? One day, maybe the streaming service Shudder will sponsor me. I fit their vibe. Yes! You can review movies and tie it into novelizations of the movies. When it is every video, it becomes slightly tedious. Yes, I get that. And that's when like the creative element is gone and now you're working for the man. But if you're a full-time booktuber or YouTuber, PAX, that would be awesome. Shudder, yes. It's a horror streaming service here. Book of the month blends in well with the rest of BookTube video. Other sponsors like NordVPN, less so. Yeah, I completely get that. Dave, I got a sponsor request once, and of course it was for a dog product. We would all watch that, Dave. Does the shame of telling people I make BookTube videos ever abate? There's no shame, number one. Number two, if there is shame, they probably aren't readers. Yes, it does, because once your channel takes off and once you're confident with telling people what you're doing, you may get some better reception, but more than likely the people that you're telling are not book readers. That's what I think. Pax says, haha, yes, that one, Gareth. I don't have it, but it looks cool. You're funny. But it's true. Like, I think I didn't tell my family I started a BookTube channel until like 4 months into it, maybe. And they're like, what? And they're like, oh, that fits you. Like, yeah, it makes sense because you're the only one we know that reads books. And I'm like, and that's why I started this channel, so I could have people to talk about books. All right, guys, it's kind of quiet. Any other questions that you want to cover for this week? How about to-do lists? Pax had an awesome short that she put up yesterday, and she got like 3,000 views on, and it's just her and her dog. It's not even like book related. Oh, wait, here we go. How important do you think social media presence is on other sites? Any that you think are particularly important? I think it's important to somehow get your name out there. When I upload videos, if it's a video I think is going to get attention, I will upload it. I will do a promo to Twitter as well as Instagram. In your analytics, it will tell you where your people are coming from. When I first started, I was getting a lot of traffic from Discord, believe it or not, and I did not know about Discord. I didn't know how to use it. So obviously somebody was on Discord was talking about my videos, which was getting views. So check your analytics, dig down deep, because it will tell you where the source is that people are watching your stuff. And when you start, if you decide to do a little Twitter, a little Instagram, something like that, see if there's any views that come through from that. That's my advice. J. Scott Phillips says, thank you to the folks in this stream that just subscribed to my channel. And thank you, MJ. You are welcome, J. Scott Phillips. Fabric and Fables. How do you avoid the pressure of reading 10, 20, 30 books in a month? Number one, read because you enjoy it. Number two, if you're a fast reader, yes, you're going to read a lot. That's just your second nature. There is no pressure. Sometimes I'll read 2 books a month. Sometimes I'll read 4. Last month I read 8, which was awesome. Some people are reading 20, 30, but don't put that pressure on yourself. The minute that you get pressure doing this is the minute you need to step back and be like, whoa, okay. So just you do you. That's it. Don't compete with anybody else. You do what you love. Ollie says, I don't think it's that important, but he also reads like 30 books a month. So he's a fast reader. Social media sites definitely help, but I don't do it very well and still haven't gotten on Discord. You need to get on Discord. We have so much fun over there. It's so much fun. All right. Bye, William. Good seeing you. Ollie gets most of his traffic direct from YouTube. Yeah, because everybody talks about your channel. Pax says bye, William, or bye, William. I don't. Yes, you do. You read 20 plus books a month and you know it. Chatty, preach. Do what you love. Yes. Chatty says Discord is so fun. It is. There's nothing wrong with it. No competition. 100%. You do you. Hello there. What's your favorite way of tracking what you are reading? We were talking about this, and I use Goodreads, and I also have Drafts, the app. So I'll put book notes in there. But Goodreads is where I'm actually tracking like my books. I have Storygraph. I suck at it. Like it is what it is. I'm not good at Storygraph at all. Not just for BookTube, but also to keep myself motivated. I slip in a lot of short books. Yes, because when you complete a short book is like a potato chip. You can just keep popping them and eating them, or a crisp over in the UK. But when I finish a short book and I'm like, yeah, all right, tick that box. Let's move on to the next one. The chunks are what bring me down. Did you see that one BookTube event that's going on that Anna Novella's doing? I don't know if she's running it, she's starting it, but it's like door stopper chunks, like huge I'm like, I'm getting like freaked out just watching your intro video for that. Greg says it's easy to read a lot when you have a day job, or it's easy to read a lot when you have a day job to get in the way. Yeah. I can't wait to be retired. She's at about 4,500 on Instagram, but just trying to decide if book talk is worth the effort. I'm not sold on it. I tried. I haven't really done anything with it, but I'm not sold on it. The one thing that I don't want to do is I always want to stay true to like my genre and the books that I like and what I read. I don't want to be one of those that's going to be promoting the same books that I see all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but just that's not me. Yeah, he likes Goodreads and uses it all the time. You should friend me on Goodreads. I prefer library thing to take my collection and books I read. Yes, I did. I downloaded library thing a couple years ago, and I was actually going to scan my entire library, but I never. It's a lot of effort. I never did it. If anybody wants to do it, they can come over and do it. All right. Did we answer everybody's questions? I think so. All right. I'm still here. If people have questions, we have still a really, really nice group of 21 people. It's awesome. For all the new kids out there. Readerly and Storygraph are both awesome alternatives for Goodreads. Yeah, the thing I don't like about Goodreads is the tie-in to Amazon, but I say that, but then I appreciate it when I'm on my Kindle and I can just go to Goodreads. So I'm contradicting myself, but yeah. I mean, I do like Storygraph, but it takes effort for me. I forget about it. Roy says, when I wasn't reading lots of books, I was doom scrolling news and social media. So I was still reading, but depressingly, now I'm looking forward to the next installment of some crazy event read. Yeah. I definitely have upped my reading game since BookTube, and I'm not watching as much news. Before I went to the gym, I used to wake up and just watch some world news to see what was going on in the world, and I cut that out, and I'm strictly just having coffee and reading before I go to the gym now, and it's made a huge improvement in my personal life as well as my reading life. I'm happier. All right, Chatty. Talk to you later, sister. Yeah, definitely BookTube has enhanced my reading. Like, I can't even tell you. It's just so good. It's so good. Enhanced and influenced. I'll say that. All right. Any other questions? Call for questions. Or just chit chat. I think StreamYard is definitely a better app for streaming than what YouTube provides. Just because of the comment feature, and I could put the comments up. And on the replay, they'll be there. Greg says, Goodreads has deleted books I reviewed because their librarians object to some audiobooks not being real books. Are you kidding me? For real? That's insane. That's insane. Because I specifically sometimes will go in and log a book, and the audiobook is listed in Goodreads. That's nuts. Pax asks, do you just have to click the comments to pop them up? Yes, I can go like this, I can go like that, I can go like that, I can go like that. Yes, I just have to click on it and it will pop up. Latasha Haynes, just stopping by to say hi. I'm glad I didn't miss you live. Hey girl, how are you? How's the East Coast treating you? Yeah. Pax, you gonna do a live with me? Let's do a live. Pax, you should totally do a live for October. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Any other comments? Any other questions? It's kind of quiet. I'm going to wrap it up. You should. It'd be a lot of, you were made for it, Pax. Monty! Oh, you're here, girl. Monty, you have any questions? We were just going to wrap it up, but I will hold on. I got nothing going on except books. Bye, Greg. No, that's no joke, girl. Like, for real. All right, so let's wrap this up. What's everybody reading today? Terry, you are so welcome. Come back next week. We're going to try and do this every Saturday. Roy, talk to you later. If everybody wants to continue the conversation, you're all invited to my Discord. Look in my About section. There's an invite there. The majority of everyone that was in the chat is on my Discord. We hang out, we talk, we joke, we laugh, we have fun. Cool. Yeah, I don't know how long it takes for the comments to add in, but be on the lookout for that. All right. Baby's got to go. She's got some, ooh. Sound, wow, that's a lot. Awesome. Have a great day, Bandy. Yes. Great to catch up. Dave and Olive later. Maxine, bye guys. Thanks, MJ. You are welcome. Latasha, she is slowly making her way through Iron Window. It's good so far. Gareth is finishing a translated Japanese book that he might review later, but I'm hopefully starting Bloody Rose tonight. That sounds good. Danny Dabbles is reading The Past is Red currently. It's a shorty. Shorty September. Cool. All right, everyone. It has been real. Let's keep this vibe going. Let's try again for... thanks, Ollie. Thanks for your sage advice, too, for being, a bigger booktuber. Rubbing sand out of your eyes. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's try and keep this vibe going. Let's try and be here same bat time, same bat channel next week. I'm planning on it. Hopefully we'll get some more people in here. Danny, you are welcome. I'm so glad. Thanks, Pax. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of your support. Monty just finished the latest Ruby Dixon, so she needs something new to read. Ooh. So yeah, so let's try and do this. We'll make a date for next Saturday and see how we do. Okay. So if you missed anything, make sure that you go back and watch from the beginning. If you have any questions between now and then, feel free to email me. Like I said, you can hop on my Discord. I'm going to do Support Small BookTube for tomorrow. Be sure to check that out. Be sure to network, like, and subscribe if it jives with your vibe. All right, everyone. I will catch you on the flip side. Have a great day. Keep turning pages. Keep reading good stuff. Maria says, happy reading. Have a great weekend. Gareth says, bye, everyone. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you guys for showing up. So cool. And I am so excited to meet you. And I got to catch up with a lot of your content because I am diving into the Silmarillion today. All right, everyone. Take care. I am ending this. Peace out.